decided that I'm going to document this year. 2020 was full of shit. So I decided that I'm going to document my 2021. Today is January 30th, so this was the last week of January. I mean, I wish that I had thought of this idea a couple weeks ago, but oh well. You know, so I'm just gonna give a quick recap of the month since tomorrow is the very last day of January. Um, um, you know, this month it has not been the best. I have not been able to work since pretty much early December. Um, my ex, he went home to Nigeria for a month and he left in the middle of December. He did tell me that he was leaving like maybe a few weeks before he left, so it wasn't out of the blue, but still wasn't prepared to lose him because we parent our daughter together. We have a 2-year-old, and just I knew it was gonna be hard without him here. But it was so much worse than I thought it would be. So I ended up having to leave my job because I had no backup. He left, and then, I have my mom and my sister, but they weren't able to watch her as often as needed for me to keep my job, so I had to quit. And so if it weren't for the savings and if it weren't for my brother helping us out, we would not be in our apartment still. And then the first of the month is here yet again, smacking me in the fucking face, and I'm trying to figure out what to do for that. Because again, I have not worked since like early mid-December, and I start two new jobs on Monday. Or really rather one. I had to look for a second one because the one that I have is not going to be enough. Which is sad, but gotta do what I gotta do. So yeah, I'm really happy to be able to go back to work. It's been very irritating to not be able to work because, you need money to live, right? So it's been shitty. That's how my 2020 ended. And so that's why the beginning of 2021 is still not the best. If I could say any positives for 2021, like how it's gone so far, is I have been reading every day. 1 hour every day I spend reading something. This is actually, I think, my 7th book of the year. And like I said, January ends tomorrow. So I've basically read 6 books because I'm not going to finish this by tomorrow. So... but I've read 6 books this month, and then I've also gotten into a meditation practice as well. So I've been reading for an hour every day and meditating every day for at least 10 minutes. And then, I've also been journaling every day. I have like journal prompts that I've been, fucking with. But, so even though, I am basically broke, I try to not have everything be shitty. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I try to have, like, yes, financially, I'm not doing well, but, here's this and here's this that is okay. And then also, I've started working on, like, my fitness shit again because, my pregnancy almost 3 years ago, around this time 3 years ago, I found out I was pregnant. So, I gained 70 pounds during my pregnancy. So, and I'm still carrying those 70 pounds. So, I'm trying to get back into that. I lost 3 pounds since last week, and I've been intentionally doing this, like intentionally working on like what I eat, like paying attention to what I fucking eat. I've been going to the gym. I go to the gym 6 days a week. I just got back a couple of hours ago. So it's nice to have that's on the up and up, like I said, even though I'm like financially down here, I try not to have everything be down here. You understand what I'm saying? Because then everything would be bad. you know? And like I said, I have a 2-year-old. She'll be 3 in August. So that's very exciting. I've also started planning her party. Hopefully by that time, COVID won't be too big of an issue, at least as much as it is now. Because I am planning her party. It's going to be Blue's Clues themed, if it all goes down. I've already like commissioned a cake artist to make her cake. Blue's Clues themed, like I said. It's very exciting. I love her with all my heart. I honestly can't even think, I mean, I can't picture a life without my daughter. Like, she's very important to me. Definitely one of the reasons why I don't have everything be down here. It's because something has to stay up in order for me to be up to take care of her. Because like I said, for the past month and a half, it's solely been me that's been there for her. You know, because her father chose to go home, which there's really not much else that I could say about January because that's pretty much where I'm at, you know. But anyway, let's get back to that. Her father left. Like I said, he just went back home to just visit his family, right? The pandemic still fucking raging, right? I'm not even gonna lie and say that I'm actually pissed off at him because he left. I really am. And I wish I had told him before he left that I didn't want him to leave, but you know, that probably would have looked selfish on my part, but I'm like, still, the pandemic was still raging in December. The pandemic was worse than it is now in December when he left. So it's not a shock that when he came back 2 weeks ago, he had COVID. Not even surprising. Yes, I felt bad for him because it was clear that he was having trouble breathing and he was in pain. So I felt bad for him because he was sick. But, bitch, if you hadn't have left, I don't think that you would have got sick. There are people that live in like, I don't know, like Montana or California. Maybe they have relatives in like New York. They have not seen each other since this thing started. They have not so much as traveled across the country to see their relatives because of this pandemic. And yet you took it upon yourself and felt that you were safe in leaving the entire country to travel across the ocean to go visit yours. So that's what the issue, that's the issue that I am having, is that people, I don't understand. People, some people don't think that the rules don't apply to them or something like that. Like, you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, it doesn't make any sense. On Twitter, I see people like in California who said they have not seen their family that lives in like Ohio, Boston, whatever the fuck. Like, they have not seen them since before the pandemic started last March. And yet there are people leaving the country to go visit their family. There are people that are just straight up visiting their family across the country. Doesn't even matter. Like, they just don't fucking care. And then there are people on the other side who actually follow the rules and have not stepped foot in an airport since before this shit started. Now, I could see people flying somewhere because they have to work. I totally get that. But if it is just for fucking leisure, why the fuck are you in an airport? Why are you traveling? Why? Why are the airports even open for people who don't have any business to take care of? That's what's really confusing me. That, like, I don't understand why there is not like a tighter restriction on traveling during this time. Like, I don't understand that. But I'm not trying to dominate my video with this bullshit. All I know is that I'm pissed off that I'm in this position because I had to leave my job because there was nobody else to watch my kid. If Joe had not left, I would be fine right now. I'd be good. My financial shit wouldn't be down here because I still have my job and I would have been able to, you know, pay for my shit. So I'm pissed off. Like, I'm legitimately mad. And I feel like he just does not know how pissed off I am. On top of that, you know, I'm always in charge of Maddie's appointments and stuff. Like, I am like 100% like in charge of like everything regarding her appointments. And it's my fault for making it seem like I want to do that. I mean, I would not mind sharing the responsibility with him, but he's just so, I'm sorry. He's useless when it comes to this type of stuff. I put Joe in charge of Maddie's speech therapy appointment, I think 2 times. Or 1 or 2 times. I can't remember, but every time I've put him in charge of an appointment, he has failed. They have not shown up because he was late or he was late. So, I mean, I don't know. It sucks that I'm like the only competent parent as far as like the appointments go. And I'm not saying that Joe's a shitty parent, because he is absolutely not. He is a great dad, but he could pay more attention to like the logistics of the whole parenting thing, because he's really on top of it when it comes to like, you know, keeping Maddie clean, like keeping her clothes clean and all this and that. Which, to be honest, is something that I am not the best at, because there's already like a whole bunch of other mental shit and like logistical shit that I deal with regarding Maddie. And so having that additional aspect of parenting piled on top of that, that's something that sort of goes to the wayside sometimes, because like I said, I take on a lot more of like the mental load when it comes to parenting than Joe does. So it's very difficult for me to keep everything up in the air. When Maddie's with me, she maybe gets a bath like twice a week. And then I don't really have a way to wash her clothes right now, because our laundry room is, it's been closed down for 2 weeks. I've had to go to my mom's house to wash clothes. So that's been really great. The next video that I post is definitely going to be about my apartment community where I live. Oh my God, I'm going to try so hard not to have that video be like 35 fucking minutes, because I seriously cannot stand living here. But anyway, but yeah, you know, that's just, you know, a quick recap from like December to now, basically. I meant for it to just be January, but I kind of like went the fuck in on Joe. You know, December also, I turned 28 in December 2nd. So, didn't really do much, didn't really care, because, you know, pandemic. It was a good birthday nonetheless. It really was. I mean, I'm honestly, I'm excited to be 30. I turned 30 in 2022. I am excited. I have been waiting to turn 30 since I was like 25 or 24. Like, I hate my 20s. Like, it's just been shitty. Like, all the years, all of them. I've learned so much, but my 20s were awful. The only bright spots in my 20s, I would say, were probably when I was dating Joe, and probably, oh, not even probably, but most definitely having my daughter. Those were like the main bright spots of my 20s, for sure. You know, I'd be talking shit about Joe like I just did, but I love him. I really do. He's amazing. He's just a dumbass, and that's all. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you know. I'm tempted to post that apartment video today. I'm probably gonna record it right now and then just post it today. I don't know if I'm gonna say anything about my YouTube channel just yet. I would like to have people see these videos, but I'm probably not gonna say anything about them for a minute. It's gonna be funny recording a video in like December of this year, and then like to look back on like the beginning, which is this video right here. No, I know that I'm not gonna look like this. All right, I definitely look homeless as fuck. Like, I look frumpy as hell. My hair is has just been a constant issue. If I had to predict where I would be at the beginning of the year, probably be well into wearing wigs by the end of the year. I don't know if I said end or beginning. Did I say end? Where I predict I'll be by the end of the year. I fucking hate this apartment. I can hear my neighbors every time they leave or coming, like every time they come and go out of their apartment. It's so fucking annoying. But yeah, at the end of the year, at the end of 2021, I will definitely be into wearing wigs. I have a feeling. I will have made significant progress on my sleeve. I currently only have this part of my arm covered. I would like to, ideally, I'm just slightly toying with the idea of having like a full sleeve. But for right now, I kind of just want to have like just this bottom part of my arm. I'm not really sure, not 100% sure on the whole full. I mean, that's a possibility, but right now I 100% want just this part. So I think by the end of 2021, I'll have this part covered. I mean, I'll be living somewhere else. I definitely will not be in this stank ass apartment. I hate living here, which my next video will be about. I'm predicting that I will have passed the LSAT because I've just started studying for it earlier this week. I am due to take a practice test today. The prep is okay. That's something I forgot to mention about January. You know, I started studying for the LSAT for law school. And, you know, the prep is going okay. It's very frustrating. Because, you know, what I like about this test, though, is that it's not a test of intelligence. So it doesn't test what you know. Like, it doesn't test your knowledge. It's very much based on skill. And when you prep for it, you're just, repetition is what's going to get you to build up the skills needed to get a good score on the test. So I'm feeling very optimistic about my ability to pass the test. I take it in April. I'm feeling very optimistic about my future performance on that test. So I am predicting that by the end of December, I will have been accepted into at least 2 of the schools that I'm applying to law school. At least 2 of them. And dare I say, I think that I'm at least going to get a 170 on the LSAT too. So we'll see. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I also think that I will be at least 50 pounds lighter by the end of the year as well. Fuck, I got hair in my mouth. But yeah. 50 pounds lighter. So that would put me at, because I weigh 305. So that would put me at what? 355? Yeah. 255. What the fuck? 255. Dumbass. But that's it. Yeah. 255. By the end of the year. Oh, okay, I'm leaving. That's it.